Does that theme song ever end? Oh, wait, it just did. Happy Sunday, friends, lovers. Thank you for joining us. Today is Sunday, December 19th, and this is 5 Minutes with, or 5 Shots with, Amy Nasir, Robert Nasir.
What?
This is the episode you've been waiting for. If you've been waiting for this episode, welcome to 5 Minutes with Robert Nasir, and in honor of the holidays, and for your entertainment, this is the long-anticipated, not episode 69, although who knows where we'll go tonight. This is the long-anticipated, promised episode in which we answer the deep question, can we handle our liquor?
We shall see, folks.
Do rational people consume alcoholic beverages?
Only very, very occasionally on podcasts, live.
With a purpose, with intention, with mindfulness, assuming their minds remain intact. And the other question, of course, is what is Amy's alcohol tolerance? And what is her libation of choice?
Yeah, I'm
Amy,
going to be
what is
drinking
your-
all of this. I'm just kidding. This is
1800 silver.
Very delicious and very tasty, everybody.
Yes. Our devoted and good friend Mark recommended the gold. Well, we've got the silver. That's what we're going with.
I also have some
That's
snowy
Amy's
salt,
choice.
and I've got some nice lemons. Fresh lemons.
Oh, you've got the whole thing going there.
Yep,
You are ready.
I am ready. Whenever.
Before we get to the regular features, you know the regular features. You're looking forward to the regular features. You're waiting. You're waiting for the on this date. You're waiting for what have we been listening to. But before we get there, we need to figure out what the ground rules are here.
All right. Okay, go ahead and tell us what the ground rules are.
So the first thing to do is we got to figure out what a shot is.
Yeah.
So we got these shot glasses.
This looks like a shot, doesn't it?
Well,
Is this-
that full though, because
I think it
a
is.
shot can be an ounce or an ounce and a half, but an official shot is an ounce and a half.
Oh, okay. This is definitely an ounce and a half that I have.
And that would be 47 milliliters. I thought, well, where are we going to come up with 47 milliliters? So here's what I did. I've got this little tiny bottle of Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels Tennessee Sour Mash Whiskey. You know, the classic. Somebody says, give me a Coke and Jack. This is the stuff. And this is 50 milliliters. So I got a little liquid still in there. I started a little early, just to taste. So we're going to take the little airplane-style Jack Daniels here, pour it into the shot glass, and this is 50 milliliters,
All right.
which is 3 milliliters more than an official shot, or an ounce and a half. But look at that. Look how full that is.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
These shot glasses we're using, not quite to the top, but pretty damn close.
So it says here, a double shot in the U.S. may be 2 fluid ounces or more. That really looks like a double shot.
A double shot isn't double a single shot. It's just more than a single shot.
It's defined as 1.5 fluid ounces, 44 milliliters.
Right. Oh, 44. I thought 47. Well, then this is definitely a little more than a shot.
Yeah.
I'd say halfway between yours and mine is probably an official ounce and a half shot.
Just right. Oh, Bonnie says, wow, what did I miss? Not yet. You haven't missed
You haven't
anything
missed
yet.
anything yet. Now, here's the thing. Everybody knows I don't drink much.
No, he doesn't.
But I have
I
decided
don't
to
either.
sell my sobriety.
Oh,
I am going to sell myself out.
all right.
Here's what I'm going to do. We've got a bunch of Yarn Brook listeners on the chat and listening to the show. And I will drink a shot, Yarn Brook style. Now, we don't get the super chat because we don't have enough subscribers. They haven't turned that on for us yet.
Yeah.
You can help us with that by sharing the show. But
Yes.
anybody who will commit, if you will commit to sending $20 to our PayPal,
Yes.
how's that sound? PayPal.com/Robert Nasir. Anybody who submits, I will drink a shot in your honor if you send $20 to our PayPal.
Donate $20.
I know I probably need to put a limit on that. I don't think I could handle more than 3 shots.
PayPal.
But
Now. And
certainly
forward.
the first 3 I think I could commit to. We'll see how this goes. This might be a mistake. Not being a drinker and all. I do have a chaser. I have the Coca-Cola here if we have to if we have to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, and just tell us in the chat. I put it in the chat for Facebook and YouTube. Just tell us that you've done it.
And the art goddess, Linda Cordair, asks, what do I get for $50? I've got to read these chats. These are hilarious. That's when I start taking off the... No, wait. I think it's, one size fits all here. Yeah. I think it's a shot regardless. I did talk about it's a little warm in here today in the studio.
It's a little warm in here.
I was thinking of taking off layers, but yeah, maybe $50 would do that.
I am planning on having 3 shots. That is what I talked about earlier, and 3 1.5 ounce shots.
Incidentally, Marius says 2 ounces. He's trying to get us.
No.
I've really got to catch up on the chat here. Speaking of the chat, one thing I'll be keeping an eye on.
Yeah.
Anybody in the chat, if you type "I'm in" all capital letters so we don't miss it.
Yes.
If you type "I'm in," we are going to have a white elephant contest.
Oh.
Everybody knows the white elephant gift exchange at the office. You give and receive random things. They're usually ridiculous, hopefully funny, and we're not going to do that. What we're actually going to have is not a white elephant, a white chocolate or white Christmas drawing. If you say "I'm in" the chat, I will put your name in this top hat, which I have actually worn. I think this is the one I wore to our wedding renewal. I will put your name in this hat on a piece of paper. I'm not going to write it on the hat.
Yep.
And you will be in the drawing. And toward the end of the show, we'll do the drawing. If your name is selected, I will send you white chocolate.
All right.
See, that's controversial because I have said I love white chocolate. I have had famous authors write to me, on Facebook, and tell me white chocolate isn't even chocolate. I'm like, well, it's made out of cocoa butter. It's made from the same cocoa bean, but I get the point. If you really, 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 really hate white chocolate and you still want to win, I could send you some dark chocolate. But either way, if you want to be in the white chocolate contest, say "I'm in the chat. We'll write your name down
All right, we've got
on a slip of paper.
We've got Jennifer.
Linda and Jennifer are in right away. I'm going to write that down, which totally ruins the show of the flow, but no sacrifice too great.
I think I'm going to go ahead and have my first shot of
You
tequila
haven't drank
now.
yet?
Not yet.
Oh, get on.
So this is what you do, guys.
What
all right.
do you do? Oh, you're doing this all fancy.
Yeah, you do. You've
high
got
style.
the little snow mound of salt. This is kosher salt.
Kosher salt.
It's not quite margarita salt, but it's close.
So there's no ham in that salt.
So what you do is you unsanitarily lick your wrist. Then you put some salt on your wrist, right? Like that.
I've never gotten sick from licking your wrists.
And then I think you lick the salt off your wrist.
That's one. I don't know. Maybe we should be keeping a list, like chicken scratches. Oh, you got to do the lemon, right? You got to get that bit of sour to follow the tequila. Very nice.
Woo!
Damn, girl. All right, drunken podcasting is in effect now. Remember the premise of this. If you've been listening to the shows, you know Amy has said, "Yeah, shot of tequila, that ain't much. I could do 3 shots and I'd be fine."
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 shots.
I am going to have a little water, though, right now. Just FYI.
If I do 3 shots, I'll probably crash the computer. So we've got a few people in. Mark is in, Jennifer is in, Linda's in, Bonnie is in. Marius asks, what are the rules? Marius, you are in. I've already actually written your name when I saw that. And the rules are, there ain't no rules. The only rule is if you win, you got to send me a shipping address so I know where to send it. That's the only rule. The rule is toward the end of the show, isn't that exact timed science there? Toward the end of the show, we're going to draw a name out of the hat. Maybe we'll do 2. We'll see how it goes. Depends on how much we've been drinking. And so, yes, we've got everybody in who said they are in. Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
I feel my sinuses kind of cleared a bit.
Yeah. So if anybody joined late, this is Drunken Podcasting, and we're drinking tonight, and we're having a white elephant, white chocolate, white Christmas contest. Names in a hat. If you're in, say "I'm in the chat, ideally in capital letters so we don't miss it. And I will write your name on a Post-it note and put it in there. But in the meantime, we're drinking, or at least Amy's drinking.
Yeah. So another 15 minutes. I'm gonna do the second shot.
Okay. You're gonna space them out.
And if you want to give me some encouragement, please go to PayPal. I put that link in the chat of both Facebook and YouTube. And you guys can go ahead and support us.
Yes, yes.
And by the way, I just want to say, I'm not sure if Petty is on yet, but I will I will shout out to her. Thank you so very much for the Who is John
we've got the fancy coasters here. Who is John Gall?
That she has gifted us for Christmas.
Super sweet.
And thank you so much. I'm putting my tequila shot glass right on there.
Not to dismiss the rest of the package, Petya sent us a package full of wonderful and interesting things, which I've already mentioned on Facebook. And thank you so much for that. Merry Christmas to you. And Petya says she is in.
And Linda,
so write that down.
Linda
and
says,
Martin, who has his own podcast you should be listening to. Martin Lindeskog is in the hat as well.
Excellent. But he's asking for what, though?
What is he asking for? I don't know.
This is...
tequila and Cointreau plus lime margarita, my favorite drink. Okay.
Yeah, well, that is a margarita, yes. Yes.
But isn't Cointreau what...
It's the orange liqueur.
But I thought that was what Ellsworth Toohey drank in the Fountainhead.
Yeah, if you drink it straight. I don't know.
So that means if you drink that, it's death premise, and you get thrown out of the movement. Maybe that's an exaggeration.
I doubt it. Linda says check your PayPal. Can you
goodness.
You check the PayPal?
Well,
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
The short answer is yes, I can.
Excellent.
I'm just wondering what I have a feeling on what
I'm already feeling the alcoholic effects of the tequila.
I didn't intend to actually hold anybody to, the evidence or anything. Or anything like that.
Already feeling a little airy. I've got some...
Oh my gosh.
Oh, oh my gosh! Thank you so very much,
I'm drinking.
Linda.
We have a contribution. The contribution is from the gallery, from Quent Cordair Fine Art. That just might be the name on her PayPal account. Art. But it's especially generous and especially cool that it's from the gallery.
We need to write a song about Quent Cordair Fine Art and how it's the finest of fine art. We're on it. We have a jingle for you, Linda. Yeah. There goes Robert. He's got half down.
I don't drink like this anymore.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Woo!
Well, there we
Everybody drink along and sing along.
I don't even have a lemon. Here, I have a chaser. I have a bottle of water here.
Oh, yeah. You can have some of my lemon.
If it interferes with my ability to speak, there he goes. I also have a Coca-Cola I was going to use as a chaser if I needed it.
But you see, I'm just fine. I'm usually
Amy is just fine.
Like I am anyway, so...
I tend to be silly anyway, so it may not make any difference.
I've got some white chocolate petit fours here. And I believe that when you say I'm in and you put your name in the hat, Robert puts your name in the hat, that means that you can get, if you are drawn at the end of the show, we will send you some, what are we sending people?
We're sending white chocolate.
White chocolate, because we're dreaming of white chocolate.
I don't know. Amy might send some of those white chocolate petit fours or petite fours if you're English. And I see Echo's in the hat as well. All right.
Excellent.
Yep. And Martin has joined the drinking game. He says, I am drinking right now. The rules of the game are you drink something. So, challenge there, but I think we're up for it. All right. Well, we've got to keep...
Linda has a special request. She says for $100, you can at least kiss.
Oh, my goodness.
All right.
Wait, she probably wants tongue. We can give him that, too. Here.
I don't know. Oh, yeah.
All right. For $100, I would do, we'll see. We'll see what comes of this. I
don't know. Alcohol isn't conducive to, being in the mood, as it were.
Speak for yourself. My gosh. We will see about that. Martin says you don't like dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate,
and I love milk chocolate.
It's an ongoing battle. Not a battle. That's overstating it. It's a nuclear war on Facebook that I have talked about my appreciation for white chocolate, which is made from the cocoa butter of the cocoa bean. Don't tell me it's not really chocolate, but in a way it's not because it's not considered chocolate solids. It's just that people have given me grief over the white chocolate thing, and that's why, in keeping with the idea of a white elephant gift exchange, we are having a white chocolate contest. Anybody in the chat who says, I'm putting your name in the hat. If you say it more than once, I'm sober enough that I will catch you, and I will not do that. Trust me.
Yes.
Don't try to get away with it, because we will send that nuclear bomb to your house.
I'm so sober right
or
now.
Something. I am. I'm telling you, I don't get drunk because I'm a silly person anyway. Yes. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Now I have to get back to my notes here.
Yes.
Where did we leave off before we started talking about the rules and also measuring our shot glasses to figure out how much is 44 ounces, or milliliters, 44 ounces. Who's drinking that out there? I'm still stuck on thinking it was 47 milliliters. There's some website that let me down.
44.4.
Somebody was wrong on the internet. Can you imagine that? I think Abraham Lincoln said, be careful what you read on the internet. Notes. Amy, have you already started drinking? I don't drink, though I could be persuaded to. Well, you see how that went. Let me throw away that sheet of notes,
you guys got to join me. It's really, really fun.
Yes.
Jim, I've only done one shot.
Wait a minute, join you drinking.
Yeah. Join us drinking. Yeah, if you like.
I guess that really couldn't have meant anything else, could it?
If we say, every time we say Ayn Rand, y'all have to take a drink.
Every time we say Ayn Rand?
Yes. That's 2 now, everybody.
Nobody could drink that much. we tend to say Ayn Rand a lot.
It's not a shot.
Go figure.
You just have a drink. Have like a sip.
Today is... if I can get back to the original notes. Today is Sunday, December 19th, 2021, the 353rd day of this, your best year yet. If it wasn't your best year yet, you've got one big holiday to make that happen. Make that holiday great. It makes the whole year great. 12 days remaining in... What? I have stumbled over my words before. It has nothing to do with alcohol. Mm-hmm. 12 days remaining in the year. Incidentally, 29 miles to go. For people who have followed my bicycle journey on Facebook, you know I'm shooting for 2,000 miles on the bicycle this year. 29 miles to go. Also, my incredible weight loss journey. The man's going to drop 35 pounds by the end of the year. I don't know if that's going to happen. I still got 8 pounds to go. 8 pounds would be a lot to lose in 12 days. And I could do it. I've done it before by fasting.
You could go on the potato diet.
I could go on the potato diet. I could go on the pineapple diet. I could go on any diet. You know, every diet works. All diets work. If you limit yourself to just this category of foods or this specific food, all diets work. The only way I could lose, 8 pounds before the end of the year would be fasting. I would have to go on one of Joel Furman's crazy fasting diets.
Yes.
I don't know if that's going to happen, but I swear, as God is my witness, worst witness ever.
Worst witness ever.
I will get 29 more miles in. That's almost nothing on the bicycle. I mean, we're in Michigan. We're in Motown, so, it's cold. It was freezing out there earlier.
Yeah,
but
you were biking anyway.
I did put in 18 miles today. So no problem. Those 2,000 miles are going to happen. Some of the other goals for the year, hey, these will be opportunities for improvement. And I will learn lessons about, well, what do you do if at first you don't succeed? You give up and make sure nobody caught you.
Oh, my God.
There's also 6 days left until Christmas. 6 days, 6 shopping days. It's interesting. The advertisers are advertising like it's all over. If you missed it, come to us, and for extra 10x shipping cost, we might be able to get you something. But it's still a week away. What the heck? It's not that close.
Right.
There are people out there shopping on Christmas Eve. Nah, you got a whole week.
By the way, Linda, she has to run in a few minutes, so she has some shopping to do, I'm sure.
Linda,
so, you
are
love you.
The best.
Love you, Linda.
And you know it, so you don't need us to tell you, but we're telling you anyway, Linda. You are the best. Give your husband our love. Got a great message from him on Facebook earlier this morning, which about a post I made, which I'm going to talk about the post, not about what he said about it, but send him our regards as well. Please, please, please. And there are just 316 days left until Halloween.
Yay!
Oh, that was out of the blue, wasn't it?
Yay!
Who cares? Yes, Amy loves Halloween. We love our Halloween around here. In fact, on Amy's... It's funny because Amy maintains a Facebook group about Halloween with all sorts of quirky Halloween stuff, and it's great fun.
And it goes throughout the entire year.
And then she maintains...
Every month.
And she maintains a Christmas group.
Yes.
About cards and gift exchanges. And somehow... the Christmas group has all this Halloween-y kind of Christmas stuff, and it's not all Nightmare Before Christmas. It's other weird...
The weirdest.
Weird, yeah,
Number
weird.
one and weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
So, on this date, and I should be keeping a better eye on the
Happy Yule, Martin. Martin is from across the pond.
Yeah, Maria says there are buffering issues. Folks, let us know if you're seeing... This says diets are for sissies. Maria says there's buffering issues. Let us know if you're seeing technical issues with the podcast, with the flow, with the video, with the audio.
I think the
hopefully it's just one person. We've got the wire. Man, we usually wireless, but we went wired into the wall, and the wall will never let you down. So
yes, Ethernet.
You can always count on a wall. I'm sure from the wall it goes somewhere else too. On this date, December 19th, in 1998, what interesting thing happened on this date? Bill Clinton was impeached.
Oh.
And
I did not have sex with that woman.
This was an honored This is an honor. I guess I shouldn't have started early. This is an honor bestowed.
Honor or offer?
There was a young lady who offered her honor. There was a young man who honored her offer. All night long, it was honor and offer.
So Mark in the YouTube chat says, drink. Okay, here we go. I know it hasn't been quite 15 minutes yet, but here we go. Lick. Salt. Put that down. Oh my God. All right, here we go.
Here you
Salt.
go.
Tequila.
Damn, girl. I think that's the right response to that. Oh, and the lemon. Of course, you got to do the lemon. See, I'm just mixing a shot here with Coca-Cola. I'm going to take it easy because somebody's got to keep this train on the rails, or
easy peasy, lemon
car on the
squeezy,
road,
people.
or ship in the river, or something. Whatever, the thing in the thing, Don't hit it with the thing.
Don't hit it with the thing.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Where was I?
Chaser.
Oh, Bill Clinton got impeached. Did you hear Bill Clinton got impeached?
I think that's pretty new news, isn't it?
An honor bestowed to only 3 presidents in history. And one of them was Andrew Johnson. You're already going for your third shot?
No,
you're just staging it.
I'm prepping.
You have staged your third shot.
So
Very nice.
That's it.
Very nice.
Bill Clinton.
Martin says tequila race. I guess maybe he's racing you with whatever it is he's where he is.
Well, I'm going to wait at least 15 minutes now for the next one.
Oh, well.
So somebody remind me.
Oh, yeah. I'm missing some of the chat here because...
Like around 6:40.
On my third screen here, I went to the PayPal.
Jennifer says Slick Willie.
It's, yeah. So, Andrew Johnson fired his Secretary of War.
Andrew Johnson.
Now, Secretary of War is a cabinet position. You would think he could do that, but you can't fire your Secretary of War if you're president without Senate approval. There's only 3 presidents who have ever been impeached in history, and the first one, Andrew Johnson, was impeached for firing his Secretary of War without Senate approval. Well, that's the most boring conceivable reason to be impeached from office. Second president ever to be impeached, Bill Clinton, obstruction of justice.
Yeah.
I did not have sex with that woman. It depends on what the meaning of is. Are you having sex with that woman? Well...
Oh, yeah. So anyway, what's your next thing? Because I've got John Galt's speech to read.
The third impeachment ever in history was the dude with that television show, The Apprentice. The Apprentice White House edition. And here's the crazy thing. This guy who was, he's a TV guy, he's an entertainer, he's funny.
Robert, you really can't hold your alcohol.
He got impeached twice. Did you know that the Apprentice host got impeached twice?
Did he get impeached twice?
He got impeached twice.
That game show host you're talking about?
Yeah, he got impeached first because of the Joe Biden election.
I'm fired.
He goes to the Ukraine president and says, hey, Ukraine president guy, I want you to lean on, Joe Biden and his kid because, we got an election going on here. So that was the first thing he got impeached for. But the second thing he got impeached for was that... the Capitol riot thing. Like, what did he have to do with that?
What did he have to do with that, man?
I mean, you know, he should have been telling people.
By the way, Martin, it's 1800 silver. And
1800.
Look, there isn't that much left.
That means that bottle has been sitting there for 221 years. That's a good vintage.
Yeah.
So, anyway, impeachments, yeah. So, Bill Clinton was impeached. It's Find An Evergreen Day. Now, those of you watching this on video, watch this. Watch this. Whoa, look at that. It's Find An Evergreen Day. And...
Oh, this is live.
And this is live
Christmas
video. You can see the lights
action. Look at the little twinkling.
Twinkling has 3 syllables. And you can see...
I see a bunny.
That looks like crap. I don't know why there aren't any webcams or cameras in general that can take a decent picture of Christmas lights.
I see a bunny. I see a $sign that says Ayn Rand Institute on it from like 1994 or something.
Yes, and
1988.
And here's the thing. I show you all this to make you jealous.
Yes.
Because, look at that. That glass ornament on the right that looks like hell on the camera, but it really looks beautiful in person. Hand blown.
Yeah, it's
Jon Wos.
Clear... Yep.
Created that ornament, but wait, there's another one. Look at that, another one.
Ooh.
As we go up the tree, a second ornament from Jon Wos Studios. But wait, it gets better. If we go up to the top of the tree, right underneath on Dumbledore, thank you, Mark and Echo, for the tree topper this year, you see yet a third glass ornament from the studios of Jon Wos. And that one we didn't pay for. It just
arrived from Santa.
Is he not just the greatest artist in the world, but the greatest guy in the world?
Here comes Santa John. Right down Santa John Lane.
That's right.
That's right.
Super.
So great.
Super sweet. Marius incidentally says, challenge accepted. I will take good Christmas light photos. If you can do it, you are a better man than me.
All right. Jim says,
Amy,
right after your third shot, would you please explain Ayn Rand's theory of concept formation and how measurement omission enables a person to form concepts, illustrating your explanation with examples of or scenarios? I'd like to hear it in your own words.
Jim is
Definitely
prescient.
In your own words.
Jim is prescient. At least if prescient means what I think it means. Because Amy actually has a copy of Atlas Shrugged handy. And while she won't necessarily be reading from Introduction to Objectivist Epistemology, she does have in mind to share with you Santa's 7 favorite topics.
Yes.
Which are the virtues as expressed, as explained, as...
So I would like to read
as defined.
You know, Ayn Rand was so... Remember, drink when I say Ayn Rand, everybody... Take a sip of some sherry or some port or some beer.
Sherry and port.
Guinness.
You should be drinking better stuff out there.
Yeah, and some tequila. And, So my favorite part of John Galt's speech is where he talks about the virtues, which is so great, because this is Santa's favorite part, too. As a matter of fact, he told me so. He told me so last week when we did Life on Earth.
What did Santa have to say about virtues?
Well,
he's for him. He's like the good kids get stuff and the bad kids not so much.
Like I was saying on the other podcast. So, you know, Santa had told me that what happened to my sorry, I'm having technical difficulties.
Well, I have to take a moment and say, well, Scott says he has a confession he likes. It's a Wonderful Life. That's actually in my notes. I mean, not the fact that Scott likes it, but it's in my notes to mention It's a Wonderful Life, which, as I said online, as you know because you follow, that is a litmus test film. And it's not a litmus test.
Is it litmus or litmus?
Litmus, L-I-T-H-M-U-S. Maybe it's pronounced litmus, but it's spelled litmus, so I'm going with that. Although that sounds a little more slurred, as if somebody had been drinking. It's a Wonderful Life is a litmus test, it's not about whether you liked it or not. That tells me something about you, but why you liked it or why you disliked it. That's the test. That's the real stuff right there. We'll get to that in a minute, but real quick, it is Find An Evergreen Day. Did you know there's a national holiday called Find An Evergreen Day, and that is why, I could not resist. And there you go again, bringing up the tree live in Studio Nasir. Yeah. This tree is a real tree. It's a balsam fir. Tree. It came from the tree lot at the Henry Ford. Yeah. Link is in at least I think I put a link in the show notes. It will be posted immediately after the show. All right, we'll turn that off so you can see us again. And it's also National Hard Candy Day. What's your favorite hard candy?
I like cinnamon discs.
Cinnamon discs.
Discs.
Tell us in the chat, what's your favorite hard
litmus
candy?
Test.
Is it litmus test?
It's litmus test.
My favorite hard candy is litmus tests. But also, do you like lollipops or lifesavers? Or I have the white peppermint certs. Certs, yeah, that is right. Individually wrapped, so for reasons, I'm sure. Finally, it is today, December 19th, it is Emo Day. It's National
Day.
How could there be a National Emo Day? With National Hard Candy Day, you can see the candy makers might have been behind that. With Find An Evergreen Day, it must, the tree sellers probably got behind that.
I'm so emo.
But who would start National Emo Day? Well, the explanation is in the show notes. It's in the links. You've got to follow it. And not only that, but I have linked in the show notes, in case you haven't seen it yet. You fans of Slater-Kinney, and I know you all are, is the Portlandia skit of Emo on the Beach with Danzig.
No. That's goth, not emo. There's a difference, people.
Yeah, you're right.
Big difference between goth and emo.
You're right, because emo has substantially more navel-gazing.
Yeah, and they're really, really
morose.
They're like so pathetic.
Although if you look them up, if you look up the definitions, they match. So I guess it's subtle. You've got to know in order to know.
There's a certain whininess, vintage whininess about emo that doesn't exist in goth. Goth is like, we are going to drink the blood of our enemies. They're kind of like Klingons in that way. And they're like, they're really strong and they're really going to kick your ass. But, emo people, they're just not into that. They like to, they're sort of like, like hippie goths. Yeah,
we have great answers for Hard Candy Day.
Oh, good.
Scott does Jolly Ranchers. Jennifer says Lemon Drops. Incidentally, Mark says, I would say Werther's, but I would be dating myself. There's nothing wrong with dating yourself.
Nothing.
Who are you going to meet who's a better date than you are? Take yourself out on a date.
Yeah, an artist date. Take yourself on a date.
And go to a restaurant that sells dates and have dates.
Yeah, I like the date bars. With a baked in.
Go to a date bar. Oh, not all bars are date bars. Anyway, Mario said, why are you dating? Why is that dating yourself? Oh, yeah, they do still sell Werther's Originals, but it's usually, some guy on TV, the great-great-great-great-grandfather giving them to his grandson. All right. And the grandson looks at him like, oh, these are really good. I didn't think they would because you're so old. So it's cute. It's fun.
Jim says navel gazing or billow skepticism.
Well, and Mark's making Mark is making a love connection because somebody named Echo says I'd date him.
Oh,
this is going to lead to some good things. See, holiday magic is happening right here on 5 Minutes with Robert Nasir.
Yeah, and Holly says goths hate the world, emos hate themselves. Well,
that's a good definition.
Yeah, that's a good clear distinction there.
I'm good with that.
I'd say the goths, they I wouldn't say they hate the world. They effing hate hypocrisy, man.
Yeah.
Hypocrisy.
It's not the world. It's not me. It's just people suck.
Yeah.
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 Damn right. I'm like,
all right,
why do I even have notes here?
All right, I've got another 6 minutes before I take my third shot, folks.
6 minutes before Amy takes her third shot and tries to read from Galt's speech in Atlas Shrugged.
And, so if I'm going to go ahead and put the PayPal link into the chats.
You're trying to get people to get me to drink more.
And
I don't know if I can handle anymore because
I'm
I've got this.
Support us in our drinking habit.
Support our drinking habit. That doesn't sound... That sounds backwards. What have we been listening to this week? I can't believe we're doing this. What have we been listening to this week? I've been listening to a BBC podcast called Think with Pinker. I've recommended Steven Pinker before. I've talked about his new book on rationality and his previous books, The Better Angels of Our Nature and Enlightenment Now. And so he's got a new podcast out. And it's pretty much just a fun, short, easy version of what he does in the book Rationality, but he has guests, so it's not just him rehashing everything in the book. It's giving other insights and real-world examples on it. So recommend it if you have a podcast app, Apple Podcasts or Spotify, whatever. Think with Pinker. Give that a listen. Mm-hmm. And other than that, I listened to Yaron Brook, which, again, he's got the super chat. We don't have the super chat yet. We need 1,000 subscribers. Like and share.
Is Yaron Brook any good when you listen to him?
He is. He is good. I don't know if he's as good as us.
That's very true.
But he's got thousands of subscribers. And we need 1,000 subscribers in order for YouTube to turn on the super chat so that we don't have to keep looking at PayPal to see if anybody else contributed to our Drunken podcast.
Send us $5, $10, $20, $100,
$1,000, $1 million.
$1,000.
Elon Musk, send us $1 billion.
That's right.
And we will sing your praises for minutes. Maybe even hours.
We will write a song for you and have your own jingle.
We'll make up lyrics to Jingle Bell Rock.
Yeah.
And sing them to that melody so you don't have to tolerate a melody we just threw together.
Right.
That's kind of insider. Nobody knows what that means. We will be posting a video of Jingle Bell Rock. People on my Facebook wall know that I just posted a video of my parody of Let It Be called Laissez-Faire. My paean, my tribute to laissez-faire capitalism. If you haven't seen it yet, it's on my Facebook wall. It's terrible, but it's kind of funny, and I thought it was cute. Either way, I promised that I would sit at the piano and sing Let It Be with capitalism lyrics, and I did, and it's there. If Elon Musk sends me $1 billion, I swear on whatever it is people swear on, that I will do the same in his honor to the melody of Jingle Bell Rock. That was complicated. That was a run-on sentence. What I need is Grammarly in real life to edit what I say.
Jim says when he had his previous comment about concept formation, he said, that was a pronunciation test, Amy. You did okay considering your current LOC level of consciousness. My consciousness is super strong, man.
Your consciousness is level as all get out.
Woo!
Oh, did anybody not yet get in the white elephant contest, which is really a white chocolate contest? Make sure you say I'm in the chat if you haven't yet, if you want to be in the drawing, which will happen at a time when it happens. And will be great fun. You should be part of that thing that will happen.
I'm typing and everything is spelled correctly. It's just the best.
You're amazing.
I'm amazing.
Do you know what I love about this girl?
What?
Well, some of the things I love about this girl I can't say on a G-rated show, but everything else is great too.
Awesome. Are you going to drink more?
No, because I am getting more PayPal contributions.
If somebody gives us $50 contribution,
that was a $20 contribution.
We're upping it. We're upping it.
What do you mean you're upping it? Jeez, you're getting greedy.
$50 contribution.
Just because Quent Cordair Fine Art was so generous.
Or altogether, if you want to if like 3 of you want to do 20, 20, and 10.
I don't think I could handle $50 worth of liquor.
And then Robert will drink another shot of whiskey. Crown Royal, isn't it?
Marius says, I have been reading The God of the Machine at the bar. Of course, what you have to do is you have to hold the book in a way that other people can see that you're reading it, and then they'll be all like, who's Isabel Patterson? And then you can start a conversation, and then you can save the world with capitalism right there. That's how that works. That's what happens.
All right. So
anyway.
It's almost time to take another drink.
Now, here's the thing. We're reaching that point where we are, 4 minutes into the show or something, and... Remember the premise of the show. This grew out of a conversation where we were saying, yeah, we could have be fun, have a drinking podcast. And Amy said, yeah, I could do 3 shots wouldn't really affect me much.
I'm into 2.
Amy's
Look at this.
3 shots of tequila, no
Peter
big
Piper
deal.
picked a peck of pickled peppers, and Sally sold seashells on the seashore.
This is amazing.
This is just,
3 shots of tequila would have me on the floor, and now you're ready to do your 3rd shot.
I am so damn good. Okay.
And Martin says, cheers. Well, here, I guess that makes it time then.
All right, and it's time for you guys to go on to Robert Nasir. It's paypal.com.
You're trying to get more contributions.
And
Amy will always be our cheerleader.
And, we want to see you, support us in our extremely infrequent drinking habit. So, okay, again, let me just show you. This is a nice demonstration. You get a demonstration with this podcast, folks. This is priceless. This is more than anybody would ever actually offer you today.
What are you offering?
So I'm going to show you what you do is you lick your wrist because I guess that's what you do.
That is so hot.
I guess you can't really lick your elbow.
No.
That doesn't quite work.
Anybody who can lick their elbow, you have my admiration.
I guess you could do the back of your hand, but that's still a little bit awkward. So, I suppose the wrist is...
Yeah.
And you don't really want to get on your fingers because, you then have to type on your keyboard, and it's just not right.
Assuming that you're typing, of course.
So
wait, Ian is in. I've got to get his name in the hat. Here.
I'm
sorry, go ahead.
Get some more people into the hat for the white chocolate. I'm dreaming of white chocolate drawing. Okay, here we go. I'm going to lick the wrist. Come, follow along with me if you like.
Okay.
And then you stick your wrist into the salt. So then your wrist is all snowy and everything. Put that down. Pick up your shot of tequila, your third shot of tequila. And what you're going to do is you're going to lick the wrist and you're going to just guzzle this baby, right?
Guzzle. Salt.
Ugh.
Tequila. At least you're drinking good tequila.
Bottoms up!
We have a liquor store called the Wine Baron that will sell you the world's cheapest liquor. Lemon. All right. Like a tequila sour, like a whiskey sour, but with tequila.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't even, or whatever the right expression or figure of speech is.
So, guys, I have done it. If anybody was doubting my ultimate power.
Now, to be fair, that third shot, you just drank it.
I just drank the third shot.
We'll see where you're at in 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. 5 minutes with Robert Nasir.
Give me a couple minutes and I will... I shall expound a beautiful oratory on
three shots and you
virtue of choice.
You have no idea what 5 minutes with Robert Nasir can be.
I shall talk about your virtue of choice. If you like pride the best, if you like justice the best, if you like integrity the best, I shall read it from John Galt's speech.
You are obviously capable and compatible and culpable and other C words that end with BLE. Formidable. And
good morning, Narendra.
Jim reminds us that I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. Yes. Yes, of course. Incidentally, when Scott said I'm in, and then he followed that up with I'm into Ayn Rand. You see, obviously we're all
take another
into
drink.
Ayn Rand. That was clever. But yes, anybody, when we say Ayn Rand, that's right. You're supposed to take a drink out there.
Yeah. It's Christmas time.
I'm not George Thorogood. I don't drink alone.
You know what? Jimmy Valiant, who I love and adore, recently just did on the Ayn Rand Center UK channel. He did the Why Christmas Should Be commercial. It's the Leonard Peikoff thing.
Yes.
And but he had talked for a good long time about his approach to Christmas, very similar to my own approach to Christmas, which was so heartwarming and so lovely. He talked about the pagan origins of Christmas and all the drinking and dancing and imbibing and frolicking and reveling and all the debauchery and all that.
Yes.
And it was so, all throughout human history, at least last 1,000 years, you've got this going on. And starting with the Saturnalia, probably starting way back before that, actually. And, it's just so wonderful. And I just absolutely love that. I love being a human being. And I love it.
I find being a human being convenient. If Amy ever leaves me, she will leave me for Simon Le Bon. But if not that, it might be James Valiant.
Simon Le Bon, unfortunately, is happily married. Did I say unfortunately? Oh.
Whoops.
No. That crush ended a long time ago.
Sure it did. Okay. Of course, most of our heroes are old now, so that helps, to keep the girl at home. So, Jim says T-minus 2 minutes till philosophical enlightenment.
All right. So
Are you ready?
Give me your virtues, everybody. Tell me what you want
to hear.
All right.
Somebody shout out a virtue, and Amy will expound in
Ayn
Rand's words on that virtue.
Yes.
Which Santa will then look down on us and say, "Oh, you guys rock.
You guys
get it."
He's like...
Incidentally, on the Christmas tree...
It's like, I am Santa, I'm the best.
It's another problem with not being able to get good video or good camera of a tree, but on the Christmas tree, there are actually virtue ornaments. There is an ornament up there for every virtue.
Yeah, you can see the productivity one that's right above the bird, the golden bird, and then to the right of the right is the integrity tree.
Yes,
it's the integrity partridge in a pear tree.
Of course.
Yeah,
of course, for reasons.
There are so many reasons.
Yeah, there are.
And you know what? The virtue
the
justice.
7 big ones there.
Justice is in the shape of Santa, because he loves justice. We all know that.
Is that got to do with monogamy?
Well, no one has given me a virtue yet, so I'm going to go ahead and read about pride.
Well, Jennifer is called out for justice.
Oh, justice. Okay, thank you,
Jennifer.
Jennifer
is calling out for justice. Aren't we
no
all?
Justice, no peace.
Yes, well, I want a peace, so I'll definitely have justice.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if you have justice, you get a piece.
So the real
of white chocolate cake.
Piece of something. So here's the question: can Amy?
All right, here it is.
Studiously read from Ayn Rand on the topic of virtues after 3 shots of tequila.
You want to put the camera back on us?
Oh right. What the hell? Why is it showing the tree?
Justice is the recognition
is
of the fact that you cannot fake the character of men as you cannot fake the character of nature. I love nature. I love the whole benevolent universe premise, everybody.
And when you're rational, nature loves you.
Yeah! That you must judge all men as conscientiously as you judge inanimate objects. So you're like, look at the boulder over there, coming down off the cliff. Looks like it might actually squish me. Let me get out of the way. I'm going to judge that. I'm going to actually judge that and make it so that it doesn't hurt me. So, I'm going to judge other people to make it so that they are advantageous to my life instead of disadvantageous to my life. Right? Okay. So, with the same respect for truth, with the same incorruptible vision, by as pure and as rational a process of identification. That's a lot to ask, but you know what? It can be done. And I just love Ayn Rand. Ayn Rand!
Every time Amy says Ayn Rand, take a drink.
for putting all this together and formulating it and giving us the words. She is just the best, and I could kiss her. And, okay, so that every man must be judged for what he is and treated accordingly. That just as you do not pay a higher price for a rusty chunk of scrap than for a piece of shining metal, you do not value a rotter or a ne'er-do-well above a hero. Yeah, you don't. That your moral appraisal is the coin paying men for their virtues or vices. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. That could be like a greeting card. It's like, happy birthday, so-and-so. My moral appraisal of you is a payment for your virtues. Isn't that sweet? Okay, and this payment demands of you as scrupulous an honor as you bring to financial transactions. That to withhold your contempt for men's vices is an act of moral counterfeiting. Yeah, lying to yourself. Don't do that. And to withhold your admiration from their virtues is an act of moral embezzlement.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be sad. That's terrible.
Yes.
That to place any other concern higher than justice is to devaluate your moral currency and defraud the good in favor of the evil, since only the good can lose by a default of justice, and only evil can profit. You know, that whole moral embezzlement thing. You know, the first duty of justice is to defend and praise the good.
Damn right.
All right. And at the bottom of the pit, at the end of the road, not only is it the bottom of the pit, but it's the end of the road. I mean, it's the bottom of the pit and the end of the road.
So what is the end of the road? Tell us.
The act of moral bankruptcy is to punish men for their virtues and reward them for their vices, and that is the collapse to full depravity. And that is at the pit, the bottom of the pit at the end of the road, the collapse to full depravity.
Damn right.
The black mass of the worship of death, the dedication of your consciousness to the destruction of existence. You know,
hell's to the yeah.
If you ever find yourself where you're like, you know, morally embezzling, and you're like, you know, you'd be like, I'm going to make excuses for the evil, and then I'm going to ignore the good and not praise them and not speak up, then you know what? You deserve to be.
You deserve to be
at the bottom of the pit at the end of that road.
Right. Well, it turns out Amy can actually read the passage after 3 shots of tequila.
I did it.
Jim incidentally says, my favorite part of the speech begins with existence exists, and the act of grasping that statement implies 2 corollary axioms. And, of course, that one continues that something exists that one perceives, and that one exists possessing consciousness. Consciousness being the faculty of perceiving that which exists. If nothing exists, there can be no consciousness. A consciousness with nothing to be conscious of is a contradiction in terms. A consciousness conscious of nothing but itself is a contradiction in terms. Before it could identify itself as consciousness, it had to be conscious of something. If that which you claim to perceive does not exist, what you possess is not consciousness.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Mark says on YouTube, and by the way,
what does Mark say on YouTube?
He says, taking another drink, good thing it's decaf, LOL, wussy.
Yeah,
wussy
mine is caffeinated. I've got
all right, so
whiskey
for those
Coke,
people who are just joining in
decaf.
here, like Jonathan, our wonderful guy, Jonathan Honig, who's
ARC
so
UK,
amazing.
man.
ARC UK in the house. All right, so he's like, what did he say?
What did he say?
Oh, he said YouTube too? Yes, we are on YouTube. I went ahead and I put the YouTube link into the chat there on Facebook.
I don't announce this often enough, but for those not in the know, this is a podcast, and that means, of course, the best way to take it in is video, Facebook Live and YouTube. But afterward, it will be posted to all of the podcast platforms, Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts.
Baby.
We are everywhere. These are your tax dollars at work.
We're in the whole world of things.
Yeah, and by your tax dollars at work, what I mean is your Patreon contributions.
And and if you just joined us, I just want to say I just had 3 shots of 1800 silver tequila.
Oh yeah, we should probably bring people up to speed. And, this is the Drunken
for
podcasting
just those people
episode.
Who have just joined us, I've drank this much.
Also, for those people who have just joined us, if you are anywhere where we can actually send you something, I don't know how this applies worldwide. Certainly within the States, but
we're going to be doing a drawing here in just a few minutes.
We're going to be doing a drawing at the end of the show, which is nearly here.
Yeah.
Our White Elephant Exchange, which, of course, we're not doing a White Elephant Exchange, so we're doing a white chocolate contest. If you want a chance to win white chocolate, which I will send you, probably Godiva, but depends on the Christmas timetable. It might end up coming from Amazon instead. Either way, I will send you something super sweet if you are in the contest. The way to get in the contest is in the chat to say, I'm in, ideally in all caps, so I can actually see it and not miss it. We've already got a hat full of names, which I have written down. This top hat, which I actually wore at our wedding vow renewal, is now holding a stack of folks who have said I'm in. If you're in, say you're in the chat, unless you already have, in which case you're already in the hat. I think that covers it.
Yeah, so go ahead and post either in Facebook or YouTube the words I'm in. We'll put your name in that hat, and Robert's going to draw one of those names out. We're going to send you some white chocolate, because you know what? We're dreaming of some white chocolate. And and I'm putting in the PayPal link into both the Facebook and YouTube right now.
PayPal link? Are you trying to get people to get me to drink more?
And,
the folks at Linda at Quent and Cordair Fine Art already put in a PayPal because I said I'm not drinking tonight. And then I said, well, I'll drink if people put in a PayPal the way Yara Brooke does, Super Chat.
Yeah.
For anybody who puts in $20, I'll take a shot.
Yeah,
and of course, Linda loaded me right up there. So
thank you so much, Linda. If we can get just one more PayPal, that would be wonderful.
Yes. And Jon wants us to sing the Bruce's Philosopher's Song. Unfortunately, I'm not much of a Monty Python fan. I am, but I'm not enough that I know their song lyrics inside out. We did have great fun seeing Spamalot, which our dear friends Mark and Kayla did a fantastic job at in local theater. But beyond that, we haven't really followed it. Oh my gosh, the unsigned 32-bit individualist says I'm in.
Oh, and Holly says I'm in as well.
Oh, great.
And Narendra. So we got 3 more.
All right.
3 more for the drawing, everybody. Just another minute to go here before we go ahead and draw that. So please go ahead and put your name. You just go right in I'm in into either chat.
The only problem with contests, well, there's a lot of problems with contests. But the only problem with contests is that you have like 50 losers and 1 winner. What we need is a contest where everybody's a winner. We'll figure out something to send everybody who... I have no idea what it will be. Obviously, I'm not going to send everybody $50 worth of chocolate, but...
I'll tell you what, if you go to the Robert Nasir at PayPal and you contribute to what we do, our fine work here on 5 Minutes with Robert Nasir, we haven't missed a single goddamn effing week. Sorry.
Amy, do you feel strongly about this?
We haven't missed a week. And we are here for you. And we would so appreciate to give you the opportunity to feel really good about yourself and go ahead and send us a PayPal.
Amy wants money. And to be specific, she wants your money. So there's that. If that wasn't clear, just... we're in.
I love to give people the opportunity to support us.
Maria says Immanuel Kant is a real pissant. That's valid. That's profound. I'm good with that. No Immanuel Kant for Christmas. He's a loser.
No, he gets the coal. He gets Krampus.
The coal, lump of coal.
Krampus is going to go ahead and put him in a sack.
Although in the late 1800s, a lump of coal might have been useful in the fireplace. So we really should give him a bad thing that I won't say on our G-rated show.
Well, I gotta say, after 3 shots of tequila, I'm feeling real good.
You are remarkably stable.
I could even talk about concept formation if Jim wants me to.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so according to Objectivism, actually, this is from the Analytic Synthetic Dichotomy, Robert's favorite.
My favorite.
Favorite article by Leonard Peikoff.
Well, it was the article that pushed me over the cliff, down into the gorge, that like made me tumble down the side to my death.
And this is what he says. He says, concepts, quote, this is from Ayn Rand, part of it.
From Ayn Rand.
Represent classifications of observed existence according to their relationships to other observed existence. Wow.
Kind of says it all, doesn't
it? Then he says,
what did he say?
Expounds on this, and he gives us some really excellent explanation. To form a concept, one mentally isolates a group of concretes of distinct perceptual units on the basis of observed similarities which distinguish them from all other known concretes. And then he says, similarity is the relationship between 2 or more existents which possess the same characteristics but in different measure or degree. Then, by a process of omitting the particular measurements of these concretes, one integrates them into a new single mental unit. Ooh, look at this. This is integration right here. This is how it looks. The concept which subsumes all concretes of this kind, a potentially unlimited number.
See what happens, Jim, when you say, I want epistemology, what you want is what you get. Miranda says, give me a video card. I will do that. And, he remembers I did that last year.
Jennifer said the words.
What did Jennifer say?
She said, kitty poop. I don't know why.
Well, it might be like bunny poop.
Could be. Every time I get on Zoom with Jennifer and her and I are talking, her kitty always comes up and begs for treats, and her kitties are like, meow, 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 meow.
I can't get your attention. Let me take a dump.
Meow.
Yes, well, what I like about cats is that other people own them, not me. So.
Oh, I think Jennifer was, she's making the keen observation that kitty poop is a concrete. Oh. And then she's like, yeah, but what is a table?
What is a table?
Or a chair?
It's complicated.
You know what? I think that Ayn Rand knows that answer, and she has written it down for all of us to learn from.
You just need to look in the extended appendix to Introduction to Objectivist Epistemology, and Professor E, who we now know was Harry Binswanger,
Professor E,
asks just about that and gets the answer he deserves. He gets what he deserves, all right. So, did I miss any I am in? I think we've got all the ins. Now, I have to go to my notes and make sure I didn't miss anything. As usual, my notes are handwritten notes on legal pad here in permanent marker, because that is how we do things at 5 Minutes with Robert Nasir, with Amy Nasir. Charles Dickens wrote A Christmas Carol in only, I need 2 hands for this, 6 weeks. Charles Dickens wrote the book A Christmas Carol, one of my favorite stories.
Yes, mine too.
In only 6 weeks. Tell us in the chat which version of A Christmas Carol is your favorite. We, of course, love the 1980s version with George C. Scott.
George C. Scott!
But we need to give the Patrick Stewart version another watch. I remember it was good.
Make it so!
But, yes, our friends Mark and Echo, of course, that's their favorite. So we need to give it another shot and see, well, why do we consider that one second best? Maybe it will be our favorite. We'll give it another shot. Although he's so Picard. But you have to be able to get out of that. If I had seen more George C. Scott movies, I'd be like, oh man, that's totally weird. So, where was I? Oh, side note, It's a Wonderful Life is a litmus test. We talked about that already. Why is that still in my notes? You'd think it would have gone away. Oh, it's because Scott brought it up earlier. Being a fan. Yes, Scrooged is great fun. You are right. It's the kind of film I shouldn't enjoy because it's a little irreverent for a story that I love so much. But Bill Murray can do anything. He just can do no wrong. And he gets it just right in that film. And very, for all of its goofiness and cynicism and all the stuff, by the end, it pays off. I've always said it's okay if humor gets irreverent or dark or wherever it takes you, as long as it pays off in the end. Scrooged pays off in the end. And that's one thing you can say about It's a Wonderful Life. You have to go through a lot of, kind of borderline anti-capitalist stuff, and a lot of woo, and a lot of mysticism, and a lot of self-sacrifice to get to that big heartfelt ending. So that's why I say It's a Wonderful Life is a litmus test, but not, I liked it, I didn't like it. That's not a test. That tells you nothing. The real question is, why did you love it, or why did you hate it? That will tell you everything. Yeah. Yes. So, as time is rolling here, I'm going to go to my homework for the week. I'm going to jump forward to the homework. I always have homework every week. This week, my only homework is to finish writing my freaking Christmas cards, because I have written dozens of Christmas cards, but I've still got 17 left to go. So some of them went in the mail yesterday. If you haven't gotten your Christmas card yet, it's probably on its way. The majority are out. 17 more still to write. So if you don't get one until Tuesday or Wednesday, well, That's why. If I haven't yet gotten a instant messenger, Facebook message, whatever your privacy route of choice is from you with your address, let me know your address and I will send you, Amy will send you, we will send you a Christmas card.
Yes,
because we're all about the Christmas cards, even though this year we're running a little late with the last, 17 of them to go. Before I get to the Post-it note for the week, it's time. It's time to do the drawing. It's time for the white elephant, which is really the white chocolate contest.
Look at listen to my rhythm. I'm so on.
This is being done very scientifically, so that you got to get all the contest rules out there, fine print, so you don't get in trouble with the lawyers. I am going to pull a random Post-it note out of here. This person whose Post-it note I'm pulling out, I'm not even looking. See, I can't see. I'm pulling it out of here, and I will announce this name. I don't know if you can see it on the camera already, but the winner of the White Elephant, White Chocolate, Drunken podcasting episode contest is Bonnie. Bonnie has won. Bonnie, make sure I've got your shipping address. I'm going to send you white chocolate. If you really hate white chocolate, let me know and I'll send you regular chocolate. But I would love to send you some white chocolate for the white Christmas holiday. Make sure I've got your shipping address. You are the winner. Everybody else in the hat, you are losers. No. I mean, you are wonderful just for participating, because contests aren't any fun unless you have a bunch of people in it, and you have made it fun.
You have the opportunity.
Part of making this wonderful. Thank you so much for that. My Post-it note for the week. Every week I have a Post-it note, and I put my Post-it note on my bathroom mirror or sometimes in my workspace, someplace where I'll see it all week to remind myself of something important I need to know. I have put out great gems of wisdom like yesterday, today was tomorrow, and tomorrow, today will be yesterday. But this week, my Post-it note for the week, maybe you who have it on camera can see it, says, have yourself a merry little Christmas. And that is my assignment. That is my homework for you. Get your ass out there and have yourself a freaking Merry Christmas, because you deserve that. You need that. We were born to live a life, to pursue values, to do things. Yes, there's a lot of bad mojo out there that's got to be fought, and we're doing it. We're fighting, and we're sending money to organizations we've got to fight. But you are here to live your own best life and have yourself a merry little Christmas. If there's anything we can do to help you with that, contact us on the socials, on the social networks. We will do whatever we can. This has been absurd. This has been the most ridiculous episode. And we did an episode called episode 69.
We got to do part 3 of that pretty soon.
More 69. But this has been the most absurd episode yet. Thank you so much for joining us.
Love you all.
You are the best.
Merry Christmas!
Yeah. Oh, man, the levels just went into the red there. And not only are you the best, but no, that's it. You're the best. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, show notes will be posted immediately after the show. Links to all of the things we talked about. Well, the ones that I had notes on. Like what? I don't know. The impeachments and the chocolate and the emo day and all of that goofy stuff. The Portlandia skit is funny. You should watch that if you haven't seen it yet. Links to the show notes will be posted immediately after the show. If you have any questions or comments for us, there's something wrong with you. What don't you know? No, if you have any questions or comments for us, you can post them in the chat or on the 5 Minutes with Robert Nasir Facebook group, especially if you have ideas for future episode topics. If you want to support the show like Quent Cordair Fine Art did earlier today in order to get me to drink too much, you can go to robertnasir.com where you will find links to our Patreon monthly supporters. Thank you to those of you who are already doing that, and our PayPal for one-time contributions. And, that's it. And that is it. That's all you need to know.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
All that's left is for us to wish you success and flourishing and a Merry Christmas. And as all, with a little less sobriety than usual, we wish you love.